Hey there, this is Herc Magnus again, and today I want to talk about why rank and rent. So there's a lot of models of search engine optimization that you could follow to make profits online, but rank and rent, I believe, is one of the best ones to start with, especially if you're just learning how to do SEO. So I'm going to talk about the differences between the three main models of search engine optimization and why I believe rank and rent or SEO is the greatest place to start and where you could possibly end up. So basically, there's three main models of search engine optimization. So let's just look at SEO like this. Okay, we have SEO, and then we have rank and rent, and I'll just do R&R. Okay, we have agency. Okay, and then we have affiliate. Okay. Now, each of these models basically requires the same thing. You have to do keyword research, you have to do on-page optimization, you have to do link building in order to get your sites ranking in the top of Google. Once you're there, the traffic turns into some sort of sale, whether it be a rental of a rank and rent, whether you're doing it for clients or whether you're doing it for affiliates and you're selling other people's products or creating your own products and selling those. The model is the same. So the core concepts of how to do it is the same. But what's a lot different is the end result and the difficulty level. So what I want to do is I want to break these down, each of these models, and I want to break these down for you as the person who's doing it. So the first thing I want to talk about, so if we divide these up, okay, into categories, okay, the first thing I want to talk about is the difficulty. Okay, so difficulty basically is typically how hard is it to do SEO, how hard or easy is it to get a result while you're ranking. So with rank and rent, the difficulty, I'm gonna mark these on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being they're very easy, 10 being they're extremely hard. Okay, the difficulty of rank and rent is typically very, very easy. We're going after a keyword that combines a city as well as a niche. And when you combine a geographical location to a keyword, it eliminates a lot of competition. And the way that I teach rank and rent, we're going after niches that have, they're really oddball niches, you know, things like porta potties and not plumbing, obviously, but like a sub thing of plumbing. So like maybe sewer line inspections or trenchless technology. Stuff like that. So really the keyword plus the location really makes rank and rent easy. So when you're trying to target a specific keyword, it can be quite easy if you understand the entire process of SEO. So I'm going to put it about a 2. The other thing about rank and rent is you're in full control of what keywords that you're going after. So if you're, say, looking in the dentist niche and you don't find anything that you like, well, then just move on. You can move on to a different niche. You can move on to a different city. You can move on to anything that you want. Your keyword is 100% in control. Agency SEO, basically an agency, so I can describe what that is. An agency is opening up an agency, or it doesn't have to be like an agency, but it's basically you're doing SEO for clients. Clients come to you and say, I need help to get my websites ranked. So with an agency, it's kind of similar to rank and rent in that an agency is typically in a physical location and they need to rank their service plus their location in a keyword. So the keywords are very, very similar to rank and rent. So something like, you know, plumber in Edmonton or a hairdresser in St. Albert or something like that. But the only difference between rank and rent and agency is that you're not in control fully of what keywords you choose. You're more limited by the agency that agrees to work with you. So let's say you go out and you sign like a landscaping client. Well, all your keywords, and let's say they're in Edmonton, all your keywords are basically going to have to deal with landscaping in Edmonton. So you don't have as wide of a field of keywords that you can choose from for difficulty. If you get a client that's in a difficult niche, like something like real estate and in a big city like Edmonton, well, I mean, you're going up against a lot of competition. So it's going to be a lot harder in those cases. If you get a client that's kind of an oddball, like porta potty rentals in, you know, maybe Red Deer, which is a city of about 150,000 people. Well, you're lucky there. You got a client in an easier city. Your job's a lot easier to do, but it's a lot more narrow. So an agency is more like a 4. On the difficulty level. It can be a 2, it can be, you know, a 6. It really depends overall on the clients that you're signing. But because Rank and Rent is up to you, you're the one that gets to decide the niche and the keyword that you're going after. It's a lot easier than as if you were in an agency. Now, affiliate marketing, the difference between affiliate and either Rank and Rent or agencies, affiliate marketing would be selling products like blenders or the Peloton bike or somebody's course. Like there's all kinds of affiliate. There's everything that you can sell with affiliate SEO. And a lot of times the most popular SEOs will rank for keywords like, you know, if people are putting out a new course online, they'll use the course and then the word review. So like, you know, Blue Book review or Blue Book bonus or Blue Book scam or best, you know, if they were in the hosting, they would do like best hosting companies 2019 or 2020. There's lots of ways to try and make the keywords easier. But typically in affiliate marketing, it's a lot harder. You have to do a lot more of all the same steps that you have to do in order to rank a site with Rank and Rent or agency. You still have to do good keyword research. You still have to do good on-page optimization. But when it comes to building backlinks and stuff like that, you typically have to do a lot more of that stuff. And the keywords that you're targeting, they're going to have more search volume oftentimes, but as we know, search volume correlates to competition. More search volume, more competition. So affiliate is oftentimes a lot harder. You have to be better at keyword research to find those golden nuggets. You have to be better at on-site optimization because you're competing against a lot more people that have the same, that are competing for those same keywords. You have to be better at optimization on your website. You just have to be better at every step along the way in order to do affiliate. So in affiliate marketing, you know, it's like a 6 or a 7 in difficulty because you just have to be damn good at what you do. Okay, so as far as difficulty, I like the Rank and Rent. So let's talk about the next level here, and that's profitability. Okay, so profit. How profitable, okay, is, and when I say profitable, I mean, let's be able to scale our business to maybe $5,000 a month, which over 12 months is $60,000 a year, which for most people, that's a full-time income. Okay, so let's say 5K a month. Whoops, 5K per month. Okay, that's pretty sloppy, but you get the idea. So how hard is it to scale your business to 5K a month with each one of these? Well, the Rank and Rent, typically we're going to talk about going after, you know, lower cost markets, smaller things. So you're going to be demanding a smaller price for your websites, typically, you know, $500 to $1,000 a month. So if we're on the low end of that, even 500, that means you have to go out and sell 10 clients, right, on your services. Whereas with an agency, you know, you can typically command a lot more, but your sales are a lot harder because with Rank and Rent, what we're doing is we're selling a result, right? We're basically saying, look, hey company, I'm the #1 ranked website for your service in your city. I also rank for all these other keywords and it's available to you right now. We can flip the switch and have those leads sent to you today. So the sales process in Rank and Rent is a lot easier than in an agency, whereas in an agency, what you do is when you get into a meeting, you go in and you say, listen, I'm an SEO, I'm good at what I do, here's my past clients, you know what I mean, give me $2,000 or $2,500 or $1,000 right now, and I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna get you ranked for all these keywords. So really what you're selling is a promise, right? And that makes things a lot more difficult. So you can command a little bit more money up front than you can with Rank and Rent, depending on how good you are at SEO. But as a beginner, I wouldn't even touch agency as a beginner. Okay, if you don't know the process, then you shouldn't do it. But Rank and Rent as a beginner, you can. So when we talk about the profit to 5K a month, okay, as a beginner, the nice thing about Rank and Rent is that you can make a lot of mistakes. You can build a website and it fails and you move on. You can build another website, it fails and you move on. By your third website, you're starting to understand the process and it ranks and now it's profitable. Whereas with an agency, I mean, I think it's unethical to basically ask people for money if you don't know what you're doing. I think it's a bit unethical. So I really believe that Rank and Rent is a better place to start. So getting to about 5K a month means that you understand the SEO process. Okay, let's assume that you understand the SEO process for all three of these. Rank and Rent to get to 5K a month, even at $1,000 a month sites, which is simple to do. Let's say the difficulty level is going to be about a 4 out of 10. Okay, the agency to get to 5K a month, let's assume once again that you know what you're doing with SEO. You've practiced, maybe you started with Rank and Rent, but let's just assume that you know what you're doing. The difficulty level to get to 5K a month is probably going to be about the same as a rank and rent, because you still have to go sell the process. It might be a little harder because you're selling a promise than selling results. So it's slightly, just slightly harder, okay? I almost want to call it the same, but because the sales process is different, it's easier to sell a result than it is to sell a promise. That's why I'm going to market a little bit harder. Now, to get to 5K a month with affiliate is, I mean, we're talking, you know, a 7 or 8 or a 9, okay? And it depends on a lot of things. It depends on the amount of commission that you're making per sale, obviously. So that depends on the keyword research that you're doing and the products that you're choosing and the niches that you're choosing. There's always ways to make your job easier. So if your goal is to get to 5K a month with affiliate marketing, then you have to be smart. You can't be selling something that you're only making $5 a sale with, or you have to make your traffic or your website rank so well for so many keywords that you're getting so much traffic that even only making $5 a sale, you're making 1,000 sales a month. So you can see there's always the yin and the yang to every process. But with affiliate marketing, remember that you have to be a very proficient SEO. You really have to understand a lot of things about SEO. I'd almost say you'd have to call yourself somewhat of an expert in SEO. And then once you are, okay, then you're smart about product selection, niche selection. You understand that you have to go after higher commissions. You understand that you have to do more work, build bigger sites and stuff like that to make a sale. That's why it's an 8, okay? Because you have to worry about on-page conversions and stuff like that. Versus rank and rent and agency, I mean, each sale you make is going to be worth $1,000. With rank and rent, $500 to $1,000 to $1,500 a month. That price keeps going up as you get better and you choose bigger cities, harder niches. That price keeps going up. I mean, you could rent a site out for $2,000 a month if you're getting enough phone calls, like say in a dentist in Chicago, which is a big city, a big niche, an expensive NVPS, a niche value per sale. You can sell sites for $2,500 a month. With an agency, once again, if you're good at SEO, you can sell your services for $2,000 a month, but it's one sale each time. It's big commissions, right? If you want to call them commissions. With affiliate, I mean, if you sell a product where you get paid $1,000 commission, great, that's awesome, but there's not really a lot of those types of products. You just have to be better. So the difficulty for affiliate marketing is a lot harder. Rank and rent, scalability, okay, or the next, sorry, not rank and rent, but the next level of SEO, scalability. I'll just call it scalable. How difficult is it to scale a business in each of these models? Well, rank and rent, really, the scaling process is, let's say you got a landscaping client in a small city of about 100,000 people and you were getting them results, and now you want to scale your business. Well, the easiest thing to do is basically stay in that niche and go find another city with a similar population and just duplicate your model. Okay, change your website, change your content and stuff like that, but duplicate your model, build the same type of links and stuff like that, and then duplicate your sales process with a new client and encourage your existing client, you know, maybe for a discount on one of their monthly service fees, to shoot you a testimonial video and start building a portfolio that you can use to help you sell to the next client. So the scalability of rank and rent, once you have your first site, is rather simple. Okay, once again, I'm going to go say down to a 2. The more you build, the more you sell, the easier it becomes. Scaling an agency, well, the thing with an agency, and it's basically, let me talk about rank and rent one more time here before I go to agency. When you sell a rank and rent property, the sale is done, okay? Like if I say, listen, give me $1,000 a month for this site, and then all the phone calls will go to you. Well, the sale is done, and the amount of work that has to go into it afterwards really is just the billing. There's nothing really more to do unless the site falls out of the rankings or whatever, and then you'd have to go, you'd probably cancel your contract or fix the site or whatever, okay? So scaling is just building more sites. There's not a lot of maintenance work involved in that, and that could also be another category, right, that we could talk about, is maintenance, but I'll just include it with scalability. Agencies, to scale an agency, well, you need to go sign another client, sign another client, sign another client. And what I had found through running an agency is each time you sign a client, you're bringing on a little more work, because a client just doesn't want to leave you alone with an SEO agency. They want reports, they want updates, you know, they want to do new things. There's a lot that comes with a client. So the scalability of an agency is a lot harder. And if you're bringing on more clients and getting more works, well, that means you might need to bring in people to help you, okay? You can do it with rank and rent as well, but the jobs and the maintenance afterwards are way lower than, I should put maintenance here because it's so important, okay? The jobs that you have to do as an agency, and the maintenance becomes bigger as your agency becomes bigger. You have to hire more people, which means now you have to get into accounting, hiring, training. The scaling of an agency just becomes harder and harder. So let's talk about maintenance as well. Okay, maintenance of a rank and rent property, it's pretty easy. I'm going to put it once again down to a 2. Or maintenance of a rank and rent client. You do the rental and they're gone. Okay, I'm going to get to affiliate scalability in a second. With the maintenance of an agency, okay, once again, I'm going to put it up to a 4 or 5, because as your agency is scaling, your maintenance is growing. Okay, rank and rent, as you're scaling, your maintenance doesn't really grow that much because there's not much to maintain in the first place. Okay, now affiliate scalability, I mean, that's still hard, you know, 6, 7, 8. Affiliate scalability means building another website, adding more content to your pages, targeting more products. So once again, with affiliate, just think of it as every step along the way is harder. You don't have to deal with any clients and stuff like that. I'll talk about pressure in a bit, but the nice thing about affiliate is you get paid, but there's nothing else you have to do once you're paid. With rank and rent, there's really not much you have to do after you're paid, but with an agency, after you're paid, you got to be on top of it. These are now your bosses, you know what I mean? And they're going to want reports. So the maintenance goes higher as the scalability goes higher. The maintenance of an affiliate site, really maintaining an affiliate site once it's ranked isn't that hard. So it's in line, right? With everything. You just got to be combing through your pages, checking your conversions, checking your traffic. There's obviously bigger properties, there's more to look at. But the maintenance of affiliate once you're up and running and making money isn't that bad. The scalability is pretty hard because it means more content or a new site, more keyword research, but the maintenance of it's actually pretty good. So let's talk about one more thing here. Okay, we're going to talk about pressure. Pressure. And what pressure is this is how you're going to feel, okay, as you're doing things on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being I feel no pressure, 10 being I feel pressure. Rank and rent when you're building the sites. 0 pressure, okay? The only pressure you might feel is that you are like, I need to make money now, but that's your own pressure. You're in control of that. You can go get a job. You can do things to make more money. But as far as feeling the pressure from a client, okay, there's 0 pressure. When you get a rank and rent and you rank it on the first page of Google and you approach the client and you say, do you want to rent it? And they say yes, and you hand over you redirect the phone calls and the form submits to them. I mean, really, there's nothing left to do. Even the sales process is pressureless, just because you're going into the sales meeting and you're not saying, you know, please give me money and I'll do something for you. You're saying, look, I'm going to rent it to you, or I'm going to rent it to one of your competitors that's already ranking. Are you interested? We'll talk about the sales process later in other trainings, but the pressure of building the sites, I mean, if you build a site, and it doesn't work, who cares? It's yours. They don't cost as much to build anyway. So it's 0 pressure while you're building. And then it's 0 pressure while you're selling. Maybe 1 or 2 because you don't like talking to clients. But overall, the pressure, it's on you. It's your business. You know, you can do it as fast or as slow as you want. It's really up to you. So the pressure, however, in an agency is like a pressure cooker. Okay, it is when you the pressure, the sales meetings, okay, selling the clients, I mean, that could be, it depends on how comfortable you are with sales and how comfortable you are with your expertise in SEO. So the sales process, the pressure feeling there can be pretty low if you're confident. If you're not confident in yourself or in your SEO abilities, you might feel a lot of pressure if you get yourself into a sales meeting, and I'm gonna guarantee that most people that don't feel that good at SEO probably aren't even gonna try selling as an agency. But the thing with once you have a client on board, okay, now the sale's made, let's assume you made a sale. The pressure is on you now. You have to perform for this client. They've paid you for a service and now you have to perform. It's not like fixing a car, okay? You can fix a car and you get an instant result. With SEO, I mean, there's so many moving variables. I mean, even if you're a good SEO, you understand this. There's no guarantees that anything is gonna work, but they've paid you money, so the pressure is on, right? You have to do it. So the pressure is high now, okay? And some clients give you more pressure than others. One thing I noticed when I opened an agency to get away from my full-time job, and I scaled my business up quite well, and I was able to quit my job. At first I thought it was great, but then the clients started wanting weekly reports and updates and this and that, and then I started feeling pressure, and if I wasn't getting them the results, that they wanted, then they would be saying, what's going on? Why? You know what I mean? And it was a really bad thing. I traded one boss in a real career for multiple bosses when I opened up an agency, and I just didn't like it. And that's why I went back to the rank and rent method. Now, the pressure of affiliate marketing, is a zero. Okay, once your websites are up and they're making money, even building affiliate websites, there's zero pressure. You don't have to worry about anything. It's your site. If it makes money, it's your money. If it doesn't make money, it's still your no money. Like, it's not doing it for a client. So building the sites in affiliate is, even though it's harder, there's still no pressure there. There's still no deadlines to be met except the ones that you impose on yourself. And then there is no sales process involved in affiliate SEO because, you're just selling products that you get paid on instantly every time you make a sale. So when you look at all these items, right, and I'm sure there's more that I could go over, but when you look at all these items, okay, we have a total difficulty or a total score here of 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? And those are, remember this whole thing, why do I choose rank and rent? 0 is like the easiest, 10 is the hardest. Agency, we're at 9, 13, call it 17, and then 7 more would be 24, okay? And then in affiliate marketing, 7 and 8 is 15, plus 6 is 21, is about a 24, okay? The lower the score, the better, in my mind, okay? And that's just quick math or whatever when I'm trying to look at things as an overall. But here's why I like rank and rent. Now, when you take all this stuff into consideration, okay, and you do want to do SEO, well, what better place to start in something that's profitable, it's easy, it has low amount of maintenance, and there's really no pressure, and scaling the business is simply easy, right? If you wanted to start it as an agency, a lot of people start as an agency. I started as an agency. But the thing with an agency is it's a little bit more difficult, okay? The profit's still good, which is really why most people get into SEO agency. The profit's still good. It is scalable. It's a little harder. And if you really want to scale like big, you're going to have to hire a lot of staff and take care of all that stuff. But it's still very scalable. Okay, it's just a bit harder. The maintenance comes with the scalability. You have to maintain your business. You have to maintain your staff. But the pressure's on with an agency, okay? So why would you choose an agency over a rank and rent to begin with? To me, now that I've gone through both and I've done both, I always recommend people start here. And one of the other benefits to starting with rank and rent is you can still open an agency. You can use rank and rent to learn your SEO skills. And this is what it really comes down to. When someone comes to me, maybe one of my friends, and they see what I do and my lifestyle, and they're like, I want to do what you do. And the thing that I would tell them to do is, look, you need to learn search engine optimization. That's basically what I do. But the model you should learn is rank and rent, because once you're good at rank and rent, let's assume you use a rank and rent strategies that has zero pressure, okay? And that's what you need in a learning environment. You need zero pressure, and you need it to be easy. Well, the difficulty is only 2 and the pressure is 0. Well, that's where you need to be to learn, okay? And that's where you need to be to learn the tactics of SEO, because what you need to do in a rank and rent scenario is the same as what you need to do in an affiliate or an agency scenario. You just have to do more of it in affiliate, and you have to be better at it when you go into an agency, because now the pressure's on. So rank and rent is really the perfect place to start learning SEO. Now, if you want to go into the agency for any reason, that's fine. But one of the great things about rank and rent is, let's assume that you get a client, okay, who's paying you $500 a month for his tree services business, and he's very happy with you. Well, now if you want to go and turn that client or have a meeting with that client and say to them, listen, you're doing really well with the site that I built for you. I've obviously proven myself that I know what I'm doing. I could do the same thing for your website, and now you'd have 2 properties getting phone calls, and you'd still know what are coming from your site and what are coming from my site because of call tracking. Well, why don't you pay me an additional X amount per month, and I'll now do the SEO for you as well. And when you do that, now you're moving into an agency position. But what you've done by doing that is you've reduced the difficulty of the sale. Okay, we didn't talk about the sale in here. We didn't chart sale, but you've reduced the difficulty of the sale, because the easiest thing to sell, I always teach this to people, the easiest thing to sell to anyone is the second service if they're already happy with the first one. Right? If you're a customer, or if you go have a service with someone, say you do like a lawn maintenance at your own home, and someone cuts your grass and they trim your hedges and they sweep everything up and they do a great job, you'd hire them again because you're happy with what they did. And it's the same with this. With Rank and Rent, if you build a Rank and Rent property and you have a client that's getting phone calls and they're happy, and you say, listen, I can double that by doing the SEO for your site. It's going to be a bit more expensive, whatever. They'd be happy to do it because they trust you. They've already got results with you. They know you. They're comfortable with you. The sale is easy at that point versus just walking in off the street and saying, hey, I'm an SEO. I've got all these results. Let me do this. They don't know you. They don't trust you. They have no experience with you. That's a harder sale. But using the Rank and Rent model first to perfect your SEO skills, to get your clients, is an easier sale. And then the second sale could be in an agency fashion, which I think is great. So now what about affiliate marketing? Okay, there's some big benefits to affiliate marketing, being that there's zero pressure and it can be very profitable. The thing with affiliate though is you have to be really good at SEO, right? You still have to be really good at SEO, but if you hate selling and all that stuff, affiliate might be where you want to go. But I still think it's great to learn in a Rank and Rent scenario because it's easy. Once again, the process is the same. It's just the scale of the process, and with affiliate that's a little bit bigger. If you get good at Rank and Rent, okay, you can get good at affiliate. You should start here to learn the core fundamentals of SEO, but then use affiliate marketing to scale your business as an affiliate. It's still harder overall with everything, but there's some great benefits to being an affiliate, but it's just a hard place to start if you want to learn SEO. So this is why, guys, out of everything I've done, and I've done affiliate marketing, I still actually do a little bit of it. This is why I really think Rank and Rent is the best model, especially if you're just a beginner. So that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys get my point here and you see why I like this model so much. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below the video. Otherwise, thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.